Hello, in this fine hour, I will continue my thread about agricultural commodities. Now I will explore trends in lumber market. Now I don't know why, but for mysterious reasons, probably due to historical ones, lumber is defined as agricultural commodity, although I don't have any relations between agriculture and lumber markets, but that's what they have called, so I have no reason to de- denounce that. But with that said, I don't think it will have huge difference for you, for me, for everyone to that. But without with that said, let's start and look how this market has performed. Now, here's the context for lumber market. This is more or less niche market that haven't been influenced by outside events for good period of time. So here I don't have much to say in the history of lumber market in the 70s or 80s, apart from the fact that it has moved from the range of roughly 100 to 250, which is a lot actually, which is a lot for short-term traders, all the way from 75 to late 70s, and then it somehow narrowed in its trend since the mid 80s. But here, these are good moves actually. This from 160 to 109. You see, those trends are really small, but I don't have possibility to skew them in the shorter time frames. But I could see from my eye that these are profit opportunities, small but consistent opportunities for traders. Because also here, this is 130 to 2000 and almost 60. This is twice. It looks very narrow because of future spikes, but these are really good moves. And if I have to explain them detail by detail, this video would be like for 4 hours. But nevertheless, let's just say that from 73 till around mid 80s it moved in rather predictable trends, probably due to supply and demand issues which were related to those times, and then it narrowed down in very short time frame from 120 to around 200 without much fluctuations at all. And actually from 86 till 90, yes, the trend was really small. This was not the best market for lumber traders. But I don't know future contracts characteristics of that time, so I don't know. I don't have unfortunately much to say about that. But since 90s the situation changed, and also it moved in rather predictable trends. So if you are trading those markets, you would see that they are moving from 150 to, that's a lot, 150 to 450. That's three times the value in rather predictable fashion. You see 200, 420, back to 240, to late 400s, and then back to 200, like several times in a row. So good trends in the mid 90s, then longer trends in the late 90s, and the same pattern here. So kind of really predictable trends, that usually doesn't happen, and here they happen. Probably there are, I don't say that I don't know technical specifics that much, but probably there are reasons why they are that predictable due to seasonality or some sort of cycles in these markets. But for traders, these are really good markets because you can think this is a small trend, but they are not. This is from 200 to 350 for uptrends and downtrends. So this is like constant profitable opportunities here. This looks really good. It looks really deceptive, but in practice they are really tradable markets. Outstanding, and that pattern actually continues till 2000. No, even more. I would say from for 20 years they moved in small continuous patterns. You know, even more. I would say even more. Well, except of this one, but I will cover that later. Yes, but you see now there are really detectable patterns here which you could trade. No, this was better trade from 16 till 18. They moved from 200 to 600, then reverted back again. Like if oil will be four times or three times more expensive from 100 to 3 or 400, everyone will say the world is going to end. But here, nothing like that, because this is more of the niche market, but still money is here. And then from mid 20, yes, from 300 to 1700, so more than 5 times fall and the subsequent decline to almost 450 and then rise again to 113 and then fall again to 400. Like, who knew that this market would be so interesting? But who actually trades it? I think only those who are using proper futures contracts, but not the average retail trader. I am certain for that. And here I could show you in the daily chart, yes, the same pattern. This is more tradable, as I'm saying. Yes, from 17 there is 1-2 good trends. Even choppier markets provide opportunities to make out for those losses, because here are small profits which are certainly larger than these losses. Here the same pattern is here, and then one kind of mixed trend because you wouldn't able to capitalize on that good, and then here is that huge spike. But here I'm skeptical about the ability to capitalize on all this move, because probably those future contracts had huge gaps between them, so you wouldn't be able to make full move. But still, I would bet my hat that exceptional money was made here as well as here and as well as here and here. So what I could say, by using bluntly simple moving average system, you could even also make money here. So surprise, surprise. And let's see in the most realistic trading scenarios how those last few years would look. Yes, you could see clearly that pattern is similar with a couple of good uptrends, and here is from at least 600 to 12 to 1100. It was probably possible, too tough to say, maybe it was possible to capitalize on most of these moves, but I don't know about those future contracts. But downtrend was exceptional here as well, and then a couple of uptrends and one good downtrend. So nothing to add, you see that yourself. If you have understanding about basic trading, you will see that this looks really good, this looks exceptionally good. But maybe there is one crack in the armor about those future delivery contracts and how they would act in practical trading environment, but I don't know that. It's difficult to see how people capitalize on that, but I wouldn't bother you for that details. I would just say trends are in almost any market that you could see, and this only proves my point. And want to see more under traded markets, or traders which are not, markets which are not popular but very good, like, wait for my next couple of videos.